Hello dears, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we will talk about the axial bones in the human skeleton. So basically the skeletal system is your body's central framework. The adult human skeleton is made up of 206 bones. The human skeleton has two major divisions. The first one is the axial skeleton, and the second one is the appendicular skeleton. In this part we will discuss the axial skeleton. The axial skeleton forms the median longitudinal axis of the body. That consists of the skull, vertebral column, sternum, and the rib cage. At the top of the axial skeleton is the skull, the skeleton of the head. Let's talk about the bones of the skull. The skull is made up of 28 bones. In which 22 are articulate with each other, and these are 8 cranial bones and 14 facial bones. The remaining 7 bones in the head are 6 ear bones and 1 hyoid bone. Here's a cool thing to remember about the skull bones. That is, in the cranium, 2 bones come in pairs, but all the others are single bones. The facial bones are the complete opposite. You have 2 single bones, and the rest are pairs. The names of the cranial bones can be remembered using the following mnemonic. 8 osseous parts form the skull. 8 mean ethmoid bone, which sits at the roof of the nose between the 2 orbits or eye sockets. Osseous mean occipital bone, that is located at the back of the skull. Parts mean parietal bones, that is paired, that is located on either side of the skull. Form mean frontal bone, that is the forehead, and it makes up the superior aspect of each orbit. The mean temporal bones, that is paired and located on either side of the skull in the temple region. Skull mean sphenoid bone, that is situated posterior to the frontal bone but anterior to the occipital. Now the second part of the skull division is the 14 facial bones. Facial bones mnemonic to help you remember them. My mouth's palate never liked zucchini and vinegar. My mean mandible, that is single, and the jawbone. Mouths mean maxilla, that make up the maximum area of the face and articulate most all of the facial bones. Palate mean palatine, and it make up the posterior palate. Never mean nasal, that make up the bridge of the nose. Liked mean lacrimal, that is used for tears, and the bone are located right next to your tear ducts. Zucchini mean zygomatic, that are the cheekbones. In equals inferior nasal conchae, that is shell-shaped bones in the lower part of the nose. Vinegar mean vomer, this is the single thin, flat bone forms the inferior part of the nasal septum. Other skull bones are the hyoid bone or neck bone, and bones of the ear, which is called ossicles of ear. These are 3 and placed inside the eardrum. Incus malleus and stapes. Now the second part of the axial skeleton bone is vertebral bones. It is commonly called the spine or the spinal column, which is a roughly S-shaped column of bones. It extends from the base of the skull through the entire length of the trunk. This column consists of 26 separate bones called vertebrae. The vertebrae in the vertebral column are arranged as follows. The 7 vertebrae are the cervical vertebrae. A first vertebra is called the atlas. And second one is the axis. And all allow the movement of the neck. The second 12 vertebrae are the thoracic vertebrae that articulate with the ribs and allow some movement of spine in the thoracic region. The third 5 vertebrae are the lumbar vertebrae that allow forward and backward bending of spine. The fourth vertebrae are the sacral vertebrae, and these are made up of 5 fused bones and give strength and stability to the pelvis. The fifth vertebrae are the coccygeal vertebrae. And these are 4 fused bones that are triangular tail in shape bone. At the end you are requested to please subscribe our channel. Press the bell icon to get the new videos notifications, and share with it with your colleagues.